Before we begin today's episode, we'd like to take a moment to honor the memory of our dear friend, Megan Lee. Megan was just more than a listener on the show, she was a cherished member of our community. We lost Megan a few days ago after her fight with cancer. We dedicate this episode to the memory of Megan Lee. Thank you and enjoy the show.
This is Kon Knueppel, and you're watching the Crazie Cast.
The three of you guys, man, thank you for what you guys do, and appreciate you guys having me on.
We were trying not to score and everything. We hit about 33s or something.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of felt that. We kind of feed off that energy.
This place is amazing. Like I really love Duke, and I love the atmosphere I'm in here.
Mark Williams, beast mode. Paolo first half, he had the cramping stuff. Fair enough. Beast mode.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We're back with a special episode with a Duke legend in the building.
Some food, a gun, and Kon Knueppel.
Kon Knueppel. This is the Crazie Cast, of course. You'll probably see the new intro when we play this. But Kon, we appreciate you joining us, man, during your off season. This is an honor, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Love what you guys do. Support the boys, support us. The players. It's impossible to avoid all the noise, so we appreciate the support out there when we're playing for Duke. And I know, we got a lot of fans, but you guys are on the forefront of it, so we really appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. So have you seen Russ before you met him?
I've seen some Crazy Cast stuff, of course.
Oh wow! That's we do know you're a big. You said you watched Field of 68, so
yeah. I mean, I like hoops, so I watch a ton of stuff.
That's dope. We appreciate you, fellas. The crowd knows who you are, but let's jump right into it. Kon, you unfortunately had to meet Russ.
Russ looked happy as hell in that picture.
You had to meet Russ at K Academy. Russ, get out the way, man. Get out the way.
Bucket hat Russ in full effect. Bucket hat Russ. Me, Duhan, and J Rob, the kings of the bucket hat at K Academy. No, and shout out to my boy Dan Lerman in the picture here. He's the reason I get to go to K Academy. Great guy. And, Kon, I'd be remiss if he wanted me to ask if you know who the 2025 K Academy best field goal percentage winner was. And, of course, it was Dan Lerman. Yeah, of course it was Dan. Yeah, he made me ask that, so there you go. But, yeah, how'd you enjoy this? Was your first post-player K Academy, yeah?
Yeah, correct.
What was the experience like?
It was fun. I was glad I got to go. Like we had workouts and stuff, so I wasn't able to be there early in the week. But CN said he was going to go down, and so we drove down together. We kind of drove down at the same time, but not together. But it was great. I think it's good that they bring on the new guys. Like that's their first time on campus and like their introduction to Duke basketball craziness. Like peak craziness is K Academy. Like grown men want to come down and hoop, but like just loving getting yelled at. They're like not in the right shape to play, but they just want to come down. They love Duke hoops. I think it's a really good introduction for new players to be like, oh yeah, this is what Duke basketball is.
Yeah, lots of old man torn ACLs and pulled hammies.
Lots of injuries. It's gruesome.
The ruptured Achilles. That story
it's genuinely gruesome.
Genuinely anybody ever try to challenge you?
What'd you say?
Do you get brave people at K Academy to walk up and check up?
Oh, there's not enough. There's not enough good players there.
The best player there would get washed by the worst Duke player for sure.
It's a tough crowd. A lot of competitors though.
Yeah,
competitors.
Yeah, you'll watch a guy in his 60s dive on the floor for a loose ball, and it's like, man, this is what it's about for real, genuinely.
Hey man, oh man, Kon, I guess talk about how at this point now, I mean, it's still like you're still about 1 year and some change removed from, being at Duke, but just the fact you're a former player, how does that kind of feel going back to Cameron as a former guy?
Yeah, so I went for the game when they played Syracuse last year. It is special because you do miss it, and there's just a lot of like being there only for like 9 months. It is tough. Like there's a lot of things that I didn't really do as a student there, and so like being able to come back and like check some other stuff out that maybe you didn't really have the time to do as a student. But just being back is awesome. A lot of good memories, lots of great people. So always good to see them. Whether it's former teammates or the staff. The funny thing about K Academy this time around was the only former teammates there are Pat and Caleb.
Yeah.
So it's already, in 2 years or a year and a half and some change, like, the turnover is so crazy. So
Yeah.
definitely different going back, but every time it's special.
For sure. I guess even segueing, let's go back to Duke and just your journey there. First off, the whole summer coming into Duke, I think Duke fans maybe didn't expect you to be a one and done off the bat. But I think
Speak for yourself, Zion. I did.
that's not documented anywhere, so we cannot prove that. But when we started seeing the hype, and I
don't know if I did.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, that was the question.
Hype of all these guys, Sion, in the middle of the season on the Brotherhood podcast, everyone's saying Kon Knueppel has been the player that has impressed me the most.
Who has impressed you so far in the workouts the most?
Kon, man. Kon is so talented.
That hype started to build up. But even for you, like, did you expect for it to be one and done from your end?
No. Well, I just came in with I wanted to play. So I just came in with that mindset, like, what am I going to do to get on the floor? And that's just being like doing the right stuff, kind of buying into what I do on the court, finding a role that way. And then once I kind of played a couple times and like with the guys and like we started practicing kind of for real in the summer and playing pickup and stuff, it was like started to feel more and more like not only did I belong, like I could excel at Duke. So I also remember we all watched the draft together. So that was drafts in June. So we all watched the draft, and I remember just watching the Jared get picked and just being kind of like, I can do that. Like, and just be like, I remember going home after watching that. We were all at Tyrese's apartment or on campus, and I was just like, that's gonna be me next year. So I started that kind of lit a little fire under me a little bit, and just I was getting up early in the summer, doubling up on workouts and stuff, and so I think that definitely played a role in it too. But just being comfortable with the guys and knowing that not only did I belong, but I could do really well there, and credit to the teammates and Scheyer for really putting that trust in me, because you don't see that everywhere. So it's pretty cool.
No, I mean, like, so as you were playing, I mean, was there a specific point where you realized like how special the year was? I mean, obviously all Duke fans did expect Duke to contend, right? But like at a certain point, it became very clear that this is not just a contender year. This is like a really special year. The year you were there, was there? I'm assuming that you guys felt that, and was there a specific point at which you realized what was going on?
The thing is, like, I don't think most good teams and really good teams, at least the ones I've been on, like they don't get caught up in like, man, we're like a special group, or like you don't really get caught up in that. And I think Scheyer does a really good job of, like, if we were to say that, it was because this is how, like, our attention to detail and how hard we work every day. That's what makes us special. It wasn't like we didn't feel like we were arrived or any sort of time during the season. I think that's really what made us keep going and playing hard and what we did each day, just with like our preparation. Our preparation was unbelievable with Scheyer, and the amount of film we would watch on the road, like the amount of sessions we'd have, just the night before a game, and like we were always super prepared going into the games. And so that's where we felt like we separated ourselves, was our attitude, the way we went about it, and our preparation. It didn't feel like, even though we were probably the most talented team when we went out and played, like that we didn't feel special in that sense. It was how we prepared and our attention to detail.
But presumably, if you follow social media stuff, you probably had some sense that the outside world had a perception of you.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the lack of focus on that from our end was kind of really key for us. We didn't really get caught up in that. And I think social media that can be a problem for some teams, and it just really wasn't for us. So,
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's probably a problem for a lot of players. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
yeah.
Go ahead, Jay.
Con, what I want to know is, okay, obviously everybody knows how the freshman season ended. Was there any thought for you specifically, and I guess maybe was there a conversation around the team, like the way it ended, like, nah, let's try to correct this. Let's have one more go at this. Like, was there any thought that maybe I could come back for a second season based off of the way your first season ended?
No. To be
It's like, nah, it didn't hurt that bad, huh?
No. I still think about the game all the time. So it hurts. It hurts. I remember telling Dildy, Emmanuel Dildy, assistant coach, getting off the elevator in San Antonio when we got back to the hotel after the game, just being like, I'll never forget that game. Like this feeling, like that'll be with me the rest of my life. And so it hurts, man. I know you guys heard, like I know the fans heard, but it just, sometimes the ball doesn't go your way, and it's how you respond. And I know, like, the fans are like, man, let's run it back, but it just isn't.
That's what I wanted to know, because if there was a thought in the locker room, like
Fans are insane.
Yeah, well,
fans are
everybody
insane.
wants to run it back with the same guys. You fall in love with the group, and I would love to play another season at Duke with those guys. It's just, the way it played out, we had 3 top 10 picks. Our starting 5 was all drafted. Like, it's just, you just can't. You can't risk it. I remember actually being, after the season had ended, and there's like a little bit of time to decompress, take some time off. But I was actually the first guy to announce that I was leaving, and I was like, guys, like, what are we doing? Like, why? Like, leaving me out to dry. Like, if there was some communication of like, we're coming back, I was not part of it.
they left you out of it.
I was definitely like, guys were acting like they were going to come back. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, come on. I think took the longest.
Yeah. We know you're not coming back, so let's get in there, because you're making me worried a little bit. But
how do you use that game as motivation, right? Or what does it drive? Does one result drive you at all, or just trying to avoid that feeling, or is it something that you just compartmentalize and move on from?
It's tough. It's one of those things that we don't get another shot at in college, so it's one of those rare ones where it's like, man, I don't really get, like, I can't go win one for Scheyer, or like what really directs that. I can't go win one with Cooper and Kaman and Tyrese, Sion, Malik. I can't win one with those guys. So it's one of those rare ones where it's like, yeah, it adds fuel just to like keep getting better, and it's something like a result that you just can't live with. It honestly adds a little bit of like anger and edge, but it's not something like I can redeem, which is a tough reality.
Yeah. To Jamal's point, I think, we recently hosted a panel with Quinn Cook and Nolan Smith. That was one thing they did say about 2011, Kyrie Irving. He told them we're running it back immediately in the locker room. So I think that's where Jamal
that's not normal. Like, that's a competitive thing. Like for hoopers, like that. I know that loss left a sour taste. I mean, of course, it's gonna leave a sour taste in everybody's mouth. But the way it happened, and as special as that season was, it's almost like I kind of put myself in there. Like if I was on that team, that would be the first thing that came to my mind. Like, no, we got to do this again. We got to get this right. Reality does set in after you.
Yeah. I remember like
reality.
You get a little insight in like the locker room. Like everybody's sad and crying, you know, in there, and I didn't cry at all. I was just pissed. I was just pissed. Like I wasn't. I don't think I cried at all. It's like there's just no reason to lose that game. You know, that's the reality. Like there's no way we should lose the game. And so that one's tough, where it's like, you know, you lose, and this has been the struggle with the Duke losses is like, man in the arena, like we have a lead in every game. You know what I mean? Like you're the best team because you have a lead in every game. Like the games you're going to lose, you're going to blow a lead. You know, like that's because you have the lead in every game. Would you rather just get blown out? Would you rather lose?
That's what I used to say the whole time. Like I don't know. It sucks losing like that, but I take that over losing by 35. Right.
It feels the worst, but you give yourself an opportunity to be in every game.
Yeah.
And so, you know, going forward, I think like going forward, you got to be okay. You got to be okay with some more losses in the regular season. Like obviously the ones at the end of the season are going to hurt, but like you want to be the best team you can be at the end of the year. You know, you don't need to be the best team in November, December. You want to be the best team in March. So going forward, you got to be okay with some of those losses that, you know, maybe it's a blown lead. Maybe you do lose by 10 or get blown out. We haven't got blown, like Scheyer hasn't got blown out in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Like, so it's definitely a tough reality because those losses stuck. Like they're the worst when you snatch defeat out of victory. But you know, that's just how it's that's how it is. Otherwise you would never lose a game. You're going to win every game if you always have a lead, you know.
That's the reality we have to share with college basketball fans who try to kill us for losing. It's like we've been up in every game. Like we've been in position to win every game. I think that's where you want to be. Yeah,
that's where you want to be. You got to win, and you know sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way, and you know these two the most recent ones to end the season have just been extremely painful. So you know that's just it's reality, and you got to keep it pushing. You know.
We talk about that on this show a lot. The idea that it works the other way too. That when we win a big game, then fans are like, "We're never losing. We're going undefeated.
Yeah,
we're going undefeated. This is going to be the best team of all time." And then we lose. It's like fire everybody. You know, we gotta find an equilibrium in there and realize that the ball bouncing one way or the other way might swing some things. You know,
and it's 100% like we feel that too. Like the players do. Like obviously you want to win every game, but like. You know, we lose a game. Like let's use Kentucky. Like we lost to Kentucky, and we were early in the season, and we didn't play well, and we didn't play the brand we wanted to play or the brand we did play going forward. But like we got to hear about it on social media all night, and then we're coming in at 8 a.m. for a film session. You know, like you're not doing that if you win,
right?
So like we got the. That would be like a one thing I'd be about Duke. Like you're gonna take some losses, you're gonna take some bumps, you're gonna lose some games you shouldn't. But like the reaction to a loss sometimes is like both online and internal is a little bit.
We get the worst of it
because you want to build and you want to be the best team in March. So I think Scheyer's done a really good job of. You know, we've had some great teams the last couple of years. And they'll continue to do good work and be prepared and stuff. But, you know, there's no doubt in my mind that we'll find a way. We'll find a way one of these years to get it done.
For sure. That Kentucky game, I remember specifically the fan reaction after that. And we had to come on the show after and be like, yo, relax, man. And people were killing me for – I remember I posted a clip of every like missed open shot we had that game. Kentucky fans just fought it. Oh, excuses. I was like, yo, we got great looks. Like we could have beat them by 15, but you know, it just wasn't our night. And it's early in the season.
That ball sucks too. That Spalding ball.
Yeah.
That Spalding ball that we use in the ACC tournament too. That ball sucks.
I calculated the
tournament. It looked like it worked out for you though. In the ACC.
It didn't work for him.
I didn't shoot it that good in the ACC. I played well, but I didn't shoot it that good in the ACC.
Yeah.
That ball we actually used in high school in Wisconsin. But like you use that ball on an NBA rim, that thing sucks. Like that's basketball.
I'm glad we have this documented. Now I'm going to post. I literally calculated the numbers last year. I think you guys shot like 20% from deep as a team with the Spalding ball, and like every other ball skyrocketed.
And like you don't try to think about it, and you just try to shoot it the same. But that's insane that it's that drastic.
Yeah, but you know, now we have this documented. It's not an excuse anymore. Kager Knueppel, one of the best shooters in the world, has said the Spalding ball sucks.
This show brought to you by Spalding. Spalding, the sponsor of Crazie.
And Wilson, give us a deal.
Yeah. Get that Wilson money.
One final topic on looking back at Duke is like I said, we hosted a panel with Clint Cook and Nolan Smith. They brought you guys up, your team up, as one of the best teams to never win a title. Where do I guess you see you're a ball knower? You know a lot of the teams. I know you know about 2015, the Kentucky team as well. Where do you guys think you rank as the teams to never win a title?
Yeah, probably. I mean, 2015 Kentucky is probably the number one just because they were undefeated going to the Final Four. Got upset by the Badgers.
Good for you at the time.
and good for us. It worked out.
I don't know. I think we're up there for sure. I think we're in general. If you just take Duke teams, like we're up there for an all-time Duke team, and we didn't win, and like we're up there with the team that didn't was it 99 they didn't win, and that team was awesome. So just some and like that 2010 team with Scheyer, like they were good. They're really good. They won the national championship, obviously, but like, were they as good as some of the other Duke teams? I'm taking
let's get it. Yeah.
Blow the smoke. Like obviously, I'm not trying to take away anything from them, but like they are not one of the upper echelon Duke teams. Like they're not better than that 99 team. But they got the job done. So I think, I think we're up there for sure. Definitely disappointing. Thinking about being one of the teams that didn't get it done. It's tough, man. You think about going to Duke, and like that's part of the reason you go is to compete and hopefully to win a championship. And there's so many other programs that like we look at, and like all the players on my team look at it as a failure. And there's a bunch of other schools, like I know being in Milwaukee, like Marquette, they like celebrate the 2003 Final Four team. Like that team is like so celebrated. They came back for the reunion this year, and that's just part of it. It's tough. Like we made it to the same way, but it's two different people looking at it in a different way. I think there's some guys on that team would definitely say they wanted to win the national championship, but viewed as a fan of that Marquette team, just as an example, because I know some of the people that played on it. That's a super successful season, whereas for us it feels like a failure, which is tough.
Which it wasn't. It wasn't. It was a tremendous feat still. Like that's something I will always tell Duke fans. I will never take a Final Four for granted. Never.
No.
It was also just one of the most fun years.
It was. I was literally about to say that was the most fun I've had as a Duke fan in a long time, bro. Like me personally, now that I get to talk to somebody from that team, I want to thank you for that season. I know it didn't end the way the Duke fans wanted it to end, but like what Russ just said, I've never had as much fun. I've been a Duke fan for a very long time. That was some of the most fun I've ever had in a season that didn't end with us winning the national championship. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Well, I appreciate it. It was, obviously super fun year for me, changed my life. And just, like I mentioned before, so many great people. That's what makes the place special.
I got one more question about Duke real quick before we jump off to leave Duke. What I want to know, because I brought it up jokingly and saying that I thought you would be a one and done. I remember watching a clip of you at, I believe it was Jason Tatum's camp. I don't even know if you remember this, but it was a very short clip. You were going against RJ Davis. You locked RJ Davis. And when I saw that, I was like, oh snap. He really got a chance to be like that. Like, was there, and then I remember also in that same summer hearing some of your mom's comments about how people would be shocked at how good of a player that you're going to be. Did you enter Duke with a chip, kind of like, because I felt like you should have been an All-American, and I know that was a lot of the discussion, you know what I mean? Did you enter Duke with the chip on your shoulder? There you go. When I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah, Shorty going to the league, for sure. Absolutely going to the league.
I was sliding him in that clip. There we go.
Yeah.
No, I think so. I mean, I was disappointed about not being a McDonald's All-American. Just more so because, like, it means a lot to the state. It means a lot to Wisconsin, you know, having somebody like – we've had guys make it. We've had a lot of guys get snubbed, and we kind of feel like, you know, clearly if you look at the NBA and guys from Wisconsin, they're all having success right now. We're looking at Jalen Johnson, Tyler Hero, Tyrese Halliburton. Like, we feel like, you know, we're a basketball state. And so I think that meant – I was a little bit more disappointed in that, you know, from that aspect. Like, obviously I wanted to be in it personally, but just feeling like the state didn't get the respect it deserves. It was tough. So you're coming in, like, I think, you know, you have a little bit of an edge about, like, some of the guys that made the team. And, you know, obviously I played with them, played with a good amount of them, but you know, it's definitely is disappointing.
That was one of their fan questions.
Oh, for real?
Jamal, yeah.
I didn't mean to step on your throat, whoever that was. My fault.
That's cool. Russ, you were about to say something?
Oh no, I mean, I was just gonna say, as it pertains to, you know, titles, you know, if your brother brings one back for Thanksgiving dinner, you know, in a year or two, how often is that gonna come up over the meal? You know what I mean?
Good segue.
Yeah. I guess Thanksgiving wouldn't happen. Hopefully, maybe like 20 years down the line. Hopefully, no, I would be ecstatic for him. I saw that all the Plumleys won.
Yeah,
I guess I didn't put that
Two
together.
of them won together. Two of them won together.
Like, how cool was that?
Yeah,
and then Marshall gets one in 15.
It's insane.
No, but that'd be great.
Con, is Kager really 6'10"?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to call him 6'9.5" just because.
Okay.
Because it's funny, but no, he's 6'9" without shoes on. So.
Oh wow.
Ooh.
So he's probably still gonna grow though. He's probably not done growing.
We'll see. I don't know. He doesn't need any more.
I remember that happened to Mike Dunleavy. He got to Duke and then grew like 2 or 3 more inches.
Yeah, he was babyface. Dunleavy was though when he got there.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know? How old were you when Dunleavy was at Duke?
I wasn't alive, but I've seen it. We had access to all the games.
Okay, historian. God is a historian. I guess that's a good segue. Let's talk Kager. Obviously, recently committed to Duke. Give us 247 ESPN rivals on 3. They'll have their own scouting report, but no one will beat Kon's scouting report of his own brother. So first off, give us a scouting report of Kager and what Duke fans should expect.
With Cage, I think so what Duke is the coaches have contributed. They love his defense. Mm-hmm. You know, that's the thing they like most about him that gets them the most excited, whether that's from Scheyer, Jason McCain, who's been to a bunch of his stuff, is like, I think that's like the most impressive part of his game. And so he's different in that way, where he's super long, he's 6'10" with shoes on, and he can slide them. So he's, you know, he can switch. Like, you know, Scheyer likes to switch. You know, 1 through 4, even 1 through 5. Like, he can switch 1 through 4, and even be like you know, like in the quick. He'll have trouble with some of the quickest point guards and some of the best point guards, but he'll be able to use his length. But yeah, he can, and he's got like a interesting build because he can come over and block shots from the weak side too. So very interesting game, unique defensively, offensively. Just can really shoot the crap out of it. Definitely more of like catch and shoot, playoff closeouts type game. Shot fake. He's getting a lot stronger. So being able to shot fake, keep a guy on his hip, and go score. Less intermediate game of like pull ups or doesn't have as much of that yet. But definitely elite catch and shoot shooter. And then you can really get out in transition and go hammer it. You can go dunk on you. So, but yeah, the big focus right now is just getting stronger, getting more athletic, and being able to keep guys on his hip and just keep growing his game offensively. But yeah, he'll be I think he'll be able to contribute to the team. I don't know how early we'll see. That determines who else is on the roster, who else comes on campus. But he's really working hard right now and getting ready to go.
First off, before Russ, I'll pass it to you. My bad on the typing. Whoever's listening on audio, I have a new mic. I have a new mic. That's me. So if you're listening and the typing is bothering you, it'll be fixed. Well, go ahead, Russ.
I mean, when it came down to his decision, I mean, did you get in his ear a little bit and be like, hey, how about Duke? Or was this something where it was just all him 100%, little influence? Like what's the family dynamic as it pertains to, influence onto the college decision?
So I'll give you I think this is good to share. I don't, it's a little bit different with like his recruiting was a little bit different because he didn't get recruited very much by very many schools. I think that me going to Duke thing was like a big deterrent for other like high major programs. So like when he was early in high school, like none of the mid majors were touching him because he was going to be too good for the mid majors. Even if he like wasn't really there yet, they just knew he was going to progress and be good enough. So no mid majors really recruited him, and then no high majors really were recruiting him either because they were like, well, if he's good enough, he'll to be a high major player, I'll probably go to Duke. So there's only a couple teams, Purdue, Michigan recruited him a little bit, and so it was a smaller sample size of schools.
Wisconsin won't recruit him?
Not really.
Wow.
They didn't recruit him very much. I don't know if he ever went on campus.
Wow, that's crazy.
I could double check. I've been schedule was busy. Maybe he went on campus. I don't think he ever went on campus at Wisconsin. He didn't do an official visit. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
And so it was only really those three schools, which are three really good programs. So he kind of had the pick of the litter in that way. And ultimately decided on going to Duke and to the happiness of his brother. So I could go see him play. Only 2.5 hour drive, so it's pretty cool.
I guess quick question: is he rocking the number 7?
We'll see. I mean, he has been wearing the number 7. It's been cool. My brothers have been wearing especially on the AAU, they've been wearing 7. Which is cool. Makes the older brother smile, but we'll see. I mean, Dame is wearing it now, so like. I guess if Dame goes to the NBA, then maybe he'll wear it. That'd be awesome.
Man, I guess
new jerseys then.
I guess you kind of answered some of this, but I guess we expect you more at courtside at Duke games when Kager is on campus. Obviously, you have a day job that's more important.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, it was like because I was like, oh man, I'll go up all the time, and it's like it's 2.5 hours, but also like. It's hard to get up there.
It's
hard. Like it's hard to find a time. Like when I came, it was during All-Star break. But hopefully, yeah. Like because some of those off days, you're like, man, I'm not doing anything today. I'm not leaving the house. I'd be a little more willing to leave the house if I'm going to go watch my brother play at Duke. I'll definitely. Hopefully, my cousin. So my cousin plays at Illinois. He's a freshman. He's a freshman.
Whole family get into it.
He's a freshman at Illinois, and they play at Duke this year, right? They play at Cameron this year.
Yeah, this year, yeah, and then they go to Illinois next year.
Hopefully, I can get up for that one.
Oh man, what's your cousin's name?
Xavier Zenz.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, we'll see.
Russ, you want to jump in with the?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
let's do a little rapid fire Knueppel round here. By the way, as a side note, how you could tell you were having a really good season because people learned how to pronounce your name correctly. You know what I mean? I feel like Duke players, like in general, like it's February and you keep hearing the media mispronounce names, you know, of even players that are really, really good. But like they got Knueppel pretty quick. They figured that one out.
Yeah, that's good. My grandpa says, I think that was two years ago. My grandpa does a Christmas letter, like basically like a family newsletter, like a kind of a Christmas card. And he was like, I was grandson of the year just because more people know how to pronounce Knueppel than ever before.
Yes, that's right. Hell yeah.
I took pride in that one a little bit.
Grandson of the year. Put that one in the rafters. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So little rapid fire. You and your brothers. Okay. I mean, it says here you can't pick yourself. I want to allow.
He's done.
You can't.
No. He's done this before. We're picking. He can't pick himself. He's done this
so
before
now
picking
you can't
himself.
Pick yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So who's the best shooter of your brothers?
Kager.
Best defender.
Cash.
Ooh, best passer.
It might be Kager. Might be the best defender. Best passer is Kinston.
Best.
Sorry, I messed that up.
He's trying not to get himself in trouble. He's doing.
I don't know. Cater's just a little more destructive. Cash is definitely like more into it on defense is like what I'm gonna do. But all right, whatever. We'll move on. Kinston's the best passer.
Best rebounder.
That's Cash.
Yeah. Nice. Highest IQ player.
Kinston's got a really high IQ, just for like cutting, spacing, movement. But they're all pretty dang smart.
Oh, Knueppels.
Who's most competitive? Like who's angriest after a loss? You know what I mean? Who's
Cash is definitely Cash gets angry. Yeah.
Who's the biggest trash talker?
Kinston or Kidman? Kidman's got a little bit of just sassiness to him as like the youngest child. Like he gets away with the most, but Kinston's probably a little more hurtful in what he says.
Oh wow.
I also wanted to diverge and say who was the biggest trash talker on your Duke team in 25?
I think I know this answer.
I think I know it too. I think I know this, but you know,
like I don't know. Like we didn't either Slim or Coop.
Yeah,
Cool.
I would have said Isaiah. I
would have said Tyrese. I seen a lot of.
I did see a lot of Tyrese. Tyrese
is bad. I just like Cooper did a lot of like the flexing and like after like dunking on somebody that sucks, you know. Yeah, Tyrese is good. Yeah,
So you never talk trash to people on the court because it seems like you seem just like one of those guys that just like somebody say something to you, just run right past them and ignore them and like get it out the net.
People even like in the league now, like I don't really, you know, like I feel like they try to do stuff to rookies to like get like a reaction out of them. I don't know. Like I didn't really. You're a rookie. When you're a rookie, you kind of just keep your head down, like. So like I didn't, and like I haven't really been a big trash talk guy, or like that stuff doesn't irritate me if someone else is talking crap. Yeah. Like whatever, dude. Like I don't really participate in myself, but I'd say Cooper, like the demonstrative, like flexing on dudes. Like sometimes that's like worse, or like you can't effing guard me. Like even quick stuff like that. Slim definitely had some stuff like.
Slim.
But Tyrese is the best because he would just like that's the best answer. He would just chat chat with guys, like kind of, dude, shut up. You're kind of being a little mean. He's probably the best answer. Yeah.
With the accent too.
Yeah. For sure.
I was gonna say
that is what make it worse. That's what make it worse.
Yeah, that was part of it. I remember like PJ Hall's on our team. He was like, Tyrese would talk stuff, and like he didn't even realize he was Australian. And he'd be like, "What did he just say?" Like he didn't even understand him.
That's hilarious.
All right, Russ,
So that's
good as that.
No, that's the bulk of what I wanted. That's the rapid fire I wanted to do. I mean, the last one was who when you text or you FaceTime, who's answering first?
Might be
If
Kidman.
you-
Kidman because he's on his phone the most.
Oh, that's true. I was gonna say that's the test. Is you fire out one text right now to everybody and see who the ding is. You know, like yeah. No, that makes sense. That makes sense for sure. Good rapid fire answers. You would have picked yourself for all of these things generally if you'd been in it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why we had to remove that option. It was, nah.
I didn't know if he'd be objective about it or if he just I
would have tried to been fair.
You and your brother play ones, like Kager specifically, since he's the closest to you, like as far as like in age.
Oh, we haven't played in a while, but last time I played was probably before their season, their high school season. So it's been a while. It's been almost a year.
Yeah.
But I just remember being like, "Dad, it's kind of hard to play against him now." It used to be a lot easier, but yeah, he's hard to score on. He's just so long. Gets to things you don't think he'd get to. Gets to shots. So yeah, he's got a funky game, but puts it all together with his mind. So I'm excited for him. It's gonna be fun. He's gonna get a ton better at Duke. It's going to go up against really good players, so it'll be a good challenge for him. I'm really pumped for him.
Cool. That is definitely, I think it's definitely good to hear you give the insight because I don't think anybody really harps on his defense as much.
That's the very first time I've heard
that. Yeah.
They talk about the shooting.
Yeah. And I think that's, he's shooting like 50% from three in UIBL, so that's what they talk about. But yeah, they love his defense. And you just got to be able to level that up to the next level.
Excited for Kager. I guess quickly pivoting, you mentioned you don't know who Kager may play with. One person who's been going viral of late, Joaquim Boumtje Boumtje. I don't know if you watched much of him of late, but if you haven't, wanted to play some highlights for you and get your take on, watch Joaquim Boumtje Boumtje right now. Just finished up playing the U17 World Cup. He has taken off. The buzz is hot. Like NBA Twitter has found him. So just wanted to get your thoughts on.
And Duke gets him for 2 years.
2 years. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, just wanted to get your thoughts on what you think he has as a prospect. He is 7'1". Apparently 7'1" with shoes now with a 7'3" wingspan.
No, I've seen the highlights that everybody's seen.
Okay, you seen?
I didn't watch. Yeah, it's unreal.
NBA range.
Yeah. This is like, like the USA stuff too. It's a loaded team. So when you're showing you're the guy on a team like this, it's normally telling. Where like class stuff lies. Although I never got invited to any USA stuff.
Why is that?
I don't know.
They were sleeping on you, man. All through high school.
I'm pretty sure you'll be a part of the USA national team the next time the Olympics roll around.
We'll see.
I'm pretty sure.
That'd be awesome. We'll see.
There's no we'll see. You're gonna get a call.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be on that
team. They need some shooting. They need a score. They know who to call who's young and start building that system. Plus, there is a Grant Hill, in the front office.
Oh yeah, Grant Hill is running the. I forgot about that. Yeah.
So we call him JBB. Is that what we're doing? Because I'm not.
He has JBB.
I'm gonna say JBB too.
Yeah. Some people call him Boom Boom.
Boom Boom. Yeah, I'm going JBB, whatever. But yeah, he looks unreal. I didn't watch any of the highlights are obviously absurd. I didn't watch any of the full games, but the rebounding numbers, that's on it looked like 15 rebounds.
15.
Every time I looked. So I mean, I'm excited about him. You get 2 years to develop at Duke. He's just turned 17.
Yep. About a month ago.
Yeah, just.
I was at K Academy and he was still 16. Yeah. So that's unreal. I think obviously made a good decision in college. He'll develop, but I'm excited for Cage. Play with a guy like that. He'll be a stud. And 7-1. Scheyer's going with the big guys with length. That can shoot it. So that's really cool. I'm excited for that team and excited for them this year. See what they can do, but I think he'll be a big part of what they do this year.
For sure. I guess that was another question. What do you think about this upcoming Duke team? I know Russ was at K Academy, which you did you get a chance to see any of the current guys, and what do you think this team could accomplish?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see any of them play pickup, but just hanging with them. I was just hanging out at Pat's apartment with the guys, John Blackwell and Cephas and some of the freshmen. Just good dudes, good to be around. So that was fun for me. Made it feel like I was back in college, just hanging out with the college teammates. But I'm looking forward to it. I think they're loaded with talent. I think the depth is going to be a big key for them this year. I mean, they have tons of guard depth. We'll see how that all transpires and how that gets figured out. But it's a tough job for Scheyer. But we'll see how that works out. Normally that's how it does. And then how many guys. The big thing is how many guys are you're gonna be able to retain, and you got to think about that with playing time and stuff, which is a weird balance. But the benefit of being a coach at Duke is you always got new guys coming in. So even if guys do end up leaving, or some guys don't stick around, you're always going to have the best talent and a loaded group. So we're going to see, though. I think they have a good balance of guys that have been around, been in big time games, guys that have come back. You got Pat, who's been a part of the last two teams, and Caleb. You got Caden, who's obviously part of the team last year. And so I think that's a little bit different than the previous two teams, just a lot more experience in big time games. And I think that'll help the young guys along.
Let's talk a little bit just about NBA. Obviously, we're not a Hornets podcast, but we can't not talk about your first season in the league. Number one, how did it feel to, I guess, be in a conversation with Cooper all year for Rookie of the Year, and what was your biggest adjustment going from Duke to the NBA?
No, it was an awesome season. I had a ton of fun. We had a really special group of guys. We really enjoyed being around each other. So that was a fun piece of it, because you never really know coming in. It was is this going to be miserable? You don't get to choose your teammates. College, you get to choose you're playing with. And so just great guys. Couldn't speak more highly of the locker room and what we did together. It was fun. And so that's again, I go back to that, that's what you remember from a season, from a year, less so about the basketball and more so about the relationships and what you do off the court, and that's the stuff I'll remember. And so a special year in that way. Fun to compete against Coop for the Rookie of the Year. Very deserving of winning. And putting on a little Rookie of the Year race was fun. Obviously would have liked to win, but it's you take your pick. It was pretty split with the voting. And
should have been cold. It should have been cold.
I thought it should have been cold, just like
should have been cold.
Kid and Grant Hill.
Yeah, I would have been good with that. I would have been happier with Code than losing. But yeah. Obviously Cooper's super deserving of it, but I had tons of fun this year. It was great.
Before we move on, NBA, obviously, NBA season has been crazy. I guess for you mentally going into this next season, first off, obviously the big trade, what was your reaction? And even going forward, what is your mindset now that you're basically it's you and B Miller as the pillar of the pillar of this franchise?
Yeah, definitely a change, I think for fans it's a little tough just with we saw some success, and we kind of saw it with that team, and I think the front office made the decision we don't see this long term, so they weren't I don't know if weren't convinced is the right word, but just want to move in a different direction. And so as a player, you just kind of gotta business as usual. You got to move forward and keep getting better. But we're definitely gonna have to play a little differently than last year. Obviously, we're just different personnel. So I don't know. I like the group we got coming in. I'm excited. We got shooters out the wazoo. So that'll be fun. And yeah, I think we got a good team. I feel like we can build off what we did last year and just keep getting better. I think that's the focus for us is as individuals, just keep getting better each day, working on our games. But going forward, I feel good about where we are at as an organization.
So let's jump into
let's get some questions.
Into our caller segment here.
Let's do it.
Here we go, man. Here we go.
The Undertaker music.
you know.
I'm glad you knew what it was.
Wait, was it Russ that didn't know what it was?
Yeah, it was Russ. Russ didn't know what it was at first.
Russ, man. Russ.
Come on.
But we had a lot of calls.
I was too busy watching basketball to watch wrestling, man. I didn't have time.
I didn't watch WWE either. I knew what it was though.
I grew up watching it, man. I was a huge fan of the Undertaker.
We got a lot of calls from fans. Had to vet some of them. Only could pick a select few. We also have a special caller that we'll get to in a second. But we had calls from England, from everywhere.
People calling from England?
Yeah, that's going to be the first caller. So let's play Timmy from England.
Hello, Kon Knueppel. We are your fans from England. My name is Timmy. I'm here with my brother, and we just want to know really what started your journey of basketball. Here in England, it's not easy to play basketball, so we're just wondering how your journey really started and how it took you to Duke, because you're obviously from Wisconsin. Thank you so much, DDMF.
What a delightful call that was.
That was awesome.
That's the best DDMF I've ever heard.
We
just sound better in the English accent, bro.
We never get calls that polite and delightful. That was great. Wow. Well done. Across the pond.
No, I would say obviously my parents were super, super big hoopers. Dad's still playing at 50. So just a big part of both my mom's side and my dad's side and the extended family as well. So it was just kind of a matter of time. They were a little bit nervous at the beginning. I didn't like it as much, but you're just around it so much that you are, you're eventually gonna definitely gonna play. And then if you love it, you're gonna work on it a little bit more. And so that's kind of what happened with me. Just got the bug really, second, third grade. And then from there, it was just, about fifth grade, started going to the gym almost every day with the brothers and with my parents. And then, that just kind of a consistent amount of that ended up leading to Duke. Even though I was a Wisconsin kid, we still watched a bunch of college ball, and obviously Duke is the one that you see the most. So on TV, and obviously the coaches and everybody already knows the good stuff about it that's listening to this, but it was an obvious choice for me.
Let's go. Let's go to Parker. This question is pretty funny.
Hey, Con. My name's Parker. I just wanted to ask, when you go to the barber shop, what kind of haircut do you ask for? You know, I got some friends that say I kind of look like you, but I'm really trying to look like you. You know what I mean? So I was just wondering, what kind of haircut do you get, and how often do you get it cut? Thanks, Con. Go Hornets.
Oh man, that's crazy.
How often do I get it cut, man? So my mom cut my hair all growing up. So I go to here in Charlotte. I go to this barbershop in Cherry Hill. This guy named Uncle Pete gets me cut. Gives me a little fade on the side sometimes, but I just like a little trim up top. Nothing crazy. But mom's been in the off season. She's been cutting my hair just when I go home on the weekends.
Oh wow!
So she just gives me a little. I don't even know, just a little trim all the way around, making sure I'm not crazy. Shortens up the sides a little bit more. I'm running overdue on a haircut right now, so yeah, I don't know, probably once a month, maybe. I don't know.
Is that the first time
So
somebody told you
Parker needs to find your mom.
Yeah,
Parker,
yeah,
call
exactly.
Tom's mom, get a haircut.
yeah. I don't think that's the first time everybody's like giving me like yo, I want your haircut. I've heard other stuff about like, dang, that guy's haircut sucks.
He said he looks like you, so we need to see a picture of Parker. You should have sent a picture, Parker.
Yeah, Parker needs to send a picture in.
Oh man.
Great.
Next caller, Mark.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are enjoying your summers. Thanks for dropping this pod. Con, thank you for joining these guys. They've been in dire need of a legit ball knower for a while, so appreciate you providing that. No, I kid. Two questions for you, Con. First one, non-basketball related. In honor of Cooper's answer a couple years ago, what are the three things you would bring on a deserted island? And then basketball related, after the McDonald's All-American team lost their brains and left you off the team, did you use that as motivation for the upcoming season, or were you able to brush that aside as an outlier and not dwell on it? Thank you, guys.
Gotcha.
You got that, your desert island, yeah.
Yeah, desert island, water, a gun, and Cooper flag. That's the only right answer, right?
That's going to be a TikTok.
So when you run out of food, you use the gun to kill Cooper and beat him.
Yeah.
In GTA, that's not getting flagged for that.
And then I talked about the McDonald's stuff kind of already earlier, but I think definitely just a little extra juice, but also there was a little bit of just like kind of brushing it aside too, like not spending too much time on it. So a little bit of combination of the two, but definitely wish for the state, Wisconsin to get a little more respect to have been in that. But yeah.
Duke has had a couple of McDonald's All-American slubs. Kayla Foster, and most recently Bryson Howard last year.
Yep.
So
I actually reached out to him, Bryson.
Wow.
This year after he didn't make it, just to tell him that it's not the end of the world. He'll be all right.
That's the perfect place to get that message from.
Yeah, for sure. Now that's dope. Let's go to our secret caller. Now, give me a guess of who you think this might be.
I don't know.
It could be anybody. That's unfair.
All right, it is Duke related.
Is it family?
I can't. That would be like a giveaway if I said that. No, like
just play the call.
No, I wanted to get one. Give me one guess. Okay, Duke legend.
Scheyer.
Oh, dang, got
it. I figured it was him.
Yeah, I have a question for Kon. This is Jon Scheyer. Kon, you and me have talked a lot about our love for sports. You're a big Milwaukee fan. I'm a big Chicago fan. And if you could just maybe talk about the Packers and how their season ended last year, I think viewers and listeners would love to hear what you think about that.
Man, that's funny.
So if you could do that would be great.
Yeah, I actually will go into this. I was, yeah, we talk a lot about. Well, he could. The next time he's on, he should talk about how the Cubs season ended in Milwaukee. But we were playing Utah. We were beating Utah by like 60, and the Packers were playing. It's like I run out for the game, and the Packers are up 20-3, or 17-3, or something. Like it's halftime. I'm a huge Packers fan, so I'm watching the game like up to like 10 minutes on the clock. And then I'm running out there for the game, and we're killing them. We're up like 40 at the end of the first. Like it was unbelievable. We're killing the Jazz, and we didn't play the whole fourth quarter, and so I'm just getting updates from like behind the bench. I'm like, yo, what's the score? What's the score? And it's like all of a sudden, like the Packers are losing with 30 seconds left. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And I was so ticked. Just like another in the long line of Packers playoff collapses. If you want to talk painful losses, I know we talked Final Four and that, like so many painful memories as a Packer fan in the playoffs.
Yeah, my team gave you one of them. Actually, two of them. Giants.
Are you Giants? Oh, Brett Favre's last game.
Oh yeah, that was.
And we're 15-1 and lost to the Giants. Golly, yeah, just so many bad ones. So many bad ones.
It's cool, Con, because my Rams paid it back to Sheyer's Bears. So.
Yeah, appreciate that.
It's all good.
Appreciate that. Not fun.
This season ended similar in a similar fashion.
Yeah.
What about my Jaguars?
They are solid year. They had a good year.
They did. Anytime it's a not terrible year, that's a big win. That's a big win. No history at all. Just anything that's respectable.
That comeback win against the Chargers was sick.
We'll take any win we can, comeback or otherwise. That's all we have.
I mean, I got it worse than anybody right now. So yeah, I can't even talk. Even talk. I'm watching Saquon win Super Bowls. We have a follow-up from John. It wasn't a one-time call, so he sent another question.
Con, I hope I can get a follow-up question as well. You are one of the best movers, that I've coached and in the NBA. How you move without the ball, how you create openings for yourself and for others. Specifically, I think people think about, handling and pick and roll, but you're one of the most efficient guys in screening and how you're able to create plays for yourself and others from that. And if you could talk about that, I think that would be great for anybody that's listening to appreciate how much goes into creating shots for yourself and for others.
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I think a big thing about like just moving without the ball and like where that kind of that ability comes from. My dad's run a men's league for 20 years in the Milwaukee area. And so a big portion of like learning how to play without the basketball is playing in that. Like I started playing that in the 8th grade against grown men. And all they do, none of them are like crossing over, breaking down guys off the dribble because they either never could do that like my dad, or they are just they can't move like that anymore. They're not athletic enough to do that anymore. And so just learning how to find openings, whether it's just like moving, like sometimes it's as simple as moving like if you're in the corner, moving 2 or 3 feet up while someone's driving just to give them a window to find you. But I think you get better and better at it as you just understand the spacing and where you want to be when other guys are driving, what the spacing is supposed to be like. But also if you're like an elite shooter or just you want to be able to get shots off, and defenses make it harder and harder for you to get shots off. So just being able to, you got to be in great shape to be a relentless mover without the basketball and really hunt shots because it is really tough. to get those looks when, teams are taking, a big part of their game plan is to take you out of it. And then with the specifically as like the pick and roll screener, that was just something that I didn't really realize why it came so naturally to me. And then I watched some like old UIBL tape. And a lot of it, I was like, there was a lot of times where I would slip out of just like guard to guard screens, a lot of slips, a lot of ghost screens. A bigger thing now is like the hit under actions. But in the NBA, that's like specifically with us, like that's what teams do. They're just like when the clock is breaking down, like just swing it quick and go run into it and run a little guard to guard pick and roll because it's really hard to guard. And so, I think that's something that I just picked up easily, a little bit quicker than some other guys because it's just a little different than other levels of hoops. I think Duke does a really good job of it now, putting that in, and that's a big thing for like the transition of players to the NBA game. But I think that's just something that just picked up a little bit quicker on, and something that is going to be hopefully be another piece of my game that makes me a little more dynamic.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Russ.
Nice. No, it's a nice. I like that listeners get to hear the sort of troll side of Scheyer in addition to the the basketball mind
That's
side.
That's like half of Scheyer.
What's
sorry? He'll still text. He'll still text us like the Cubs beat the Brewers. So like put me and my dad, and now he's putting Kager in the group chat.
Oh man!
I'm just like score, and then recently my dad sent back the screenshot of the standings. like 5 games up.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what's I was gonna ask, what's your relationship like, continuing forward with Scheyer right now that you're no longer at Duke, and obviously if you have any good, funny Scheyer stories to share where the crowd loves hearing those, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's been cool. It's evolving, it's less coach and player and more friend, which is cool. We'll just call and catch up, and it's not about hoops anymore necessarily, or sometimes it is, or not about like my brother, just like us family doing stuff like that, which is fun. And so we call pretty often, which is cool. Just still have a relationship with them, and advice I'd give to players, whether it's Duke guys or just guys coming in, like don't burn bridges, like pour into those relationships and keep them going, because they can do a lot of things with you. And I don't even necessarily mean burning bridges, but like you're recruited by a guy like Scheyer and you play with Scheyer, like he's a really good dude. It's a guy a friend you want to have, a guy you want to have in your back pocket to vouch for you, or even just it's cool to be friends with the coach at Duke.
Yeah,
that's a cool thing. So that's my advice. Like, especially if you go to a special place like Duke, pour into those relationships. But he's definitely, somebody I'm close with. Man, some stories. He has some like go-to like words that or just like phrases that he would say. And there's one where he would say this. He would say this a lot, and like no one was really sure what it meant. Like you just be like, I'm as excited as shit to go with you guys, man. We're just like, but he would say it like that. I'm as excited as shit to go with you guys, man. I'm like to get ready to go with you guys, or like with you guys, man. But he would say that a lot, or just like after film or something, like big game. I'm excited as shit to go with you guys, man. And then Cooper, he would get on Cooper a decent amount, which is weird because he like doesn't make any mistakes. But he would, like, if Cooper like wasn't attacking the paint like relentlessly or just like settling, or just like trying to like do some like floater stuff and not go dunk on a guy. Just be like, he said it a lot, and it's so effing finesse, man. So finesse. And just like, but he would, I like, if Cooper like went in and like tried to like a floater shot, and like anytime like his timeout, just like, it's so effing finesse, man. So like that's, he'll get a kick out of that because he always wanted to hear like, they said I had a good impression of him. I would just say like, I would just say all the things he said all the time.
Oh, man. Has he ever called
finesse,
any?
that's such a Coach K thing to say too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna ask if he's ever called. I know there's a famous story that Jason Tatum always says that he called him a soft kid from St. Louis. Then he went out and dropped like 26 points in the second half against Virginia. Has he ever used that phrase to any other players?
No, I think finesse is his soft.
Okay.
It's just a nicer way to say soft. It's a nicer way to say soft. Like just say it's soft. No finesse. No, he didn't. We didn't have a lot of. There wasn't a lot of times where we needed like.
That's true.
Motivation to be like. Tatum probably didn't either, but it worked for him. Got the results he needed, but we didn't have a lot of issues with like. I'm sure Tatum wasn't even really being that soft, but just finding a way to push his buttons. But we're a pretty self-motivated group, so Scheyer didn't have to use that as much with us. Sometimes we're those mind games.
Yeah, you guys were up 25 a lot.
I'm sure that 17 year was more frustrating than the year that you had.
Yeah. That Tatum year was a little
that
up
was
and
a
down.
frustrating year for a Duke fan.
Look back at that team, we're like, holy cow, that team's loaded.
Yeah. Talented.
Yeah.
But it was a lot. It was a lot. But unfortunately they played in South Carolina in the tournament against South Carolina, and that cooked us. But we'll take a couple more. We'll take a couple more calls before we get you out of here. Let me get Kyle Not Flip.
First off, I'd like to thank you for autographing a basketball for my son when you came to Memphis. Question for you. What made you finally choose Duke? And did you have any conversations, and I'm sure you did, with your brother to help him make that decision? Thanks for all you've done for Duke Nation and the way you represent and the way you represent yourself for kids. My son looks up to you, and you've been such a great role model, and hope you continue that. But thanks for answering the question.
Yeah, I'll try. That's cool to hear that. That's kind of what you strive to be. But I think for me, Duke just they came in late for my recruitment, and what ultimately decided I liked the school being smaller. That was a big piece for me at the time. Just felt more comfortable going in, but at the end of the day, I felt like I had the best opportunity to get the best at basketball there, just against other high-level recruits. And obviously playing on the biggest stage in hoops, it's the most fun. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to play on. So for me, that was a big part of it too. With Cage, I kind of let him know the challenges with it. Because it is the biggest stage, you're talked about a lot, and that can be hard for a kid from Wisconsin that like nobody's really like, you just play hoops and it's fun. Like it's tough to get adjusted to the noise early on, and like stuff, and you got to be healthy with that. And then I also just told him like you got to pour into it right away from the jump and be ready to go before you get to Duke. Like be in great shape before you get there to make a good impression right away. But also you got to own your stuff. You got to own your shit a little bit when you get there and be about like, all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work out in the morning and then I'm going to work out with the team, or I'm going to like coming in on my own. You got to own it a little bit and not just do like maybe what the coaches make you do, get in that extra time. I think that's important. just so you're mentally in the right spot and you're really pouring all you can into it. So that's kind of the advice I gave him. I think the biggest thing, the biggest adjustment though, is definitely just the stage, the lights. It can be intimidating for some players, and it's really hard to get adjusted to. So, but it's really fun.
Cager's going to be ready to have an older brother that can give him that type of advice. Definitely excited to see him get on campus for sure. Next caller. I like this question. I don't think we kind of covered it, but it is about Cager. So let's see.
What's going on, Kon? Congratulations on having a great rookie season. It's only going up from here. Proud of you. I'm a crazy Duke fan calling from Los Angeles, but my question is, how do you think your brother is going to fare as a Dookie compared to you?
I think it's tough to compare. We play so differently. We have different, obviously the same upbringing. I think part of what makes it attractive for a fit is like for Scheyer and for the staff is like the family, which is big. Like when you add a player, you want to make sure you're adding a family that you want and know. So like they know they have that in my family, and also it works vice versa. My family is confident in Scheyer. Like he was nothing but honest with us, and I think the biggest thing for Duke and why like they held off on an offer for a little while was just like, well, they typically offer late, but they want to do right by Cager. They want to make it work because they know the situation of me going there, having success. That's tough because that's you're ultimately going to be there's going to be comparisons, and so they want to do right by him. I think Cager's not really worried about it, not really focused on it, which is a good headspace to be in. But I think if he pours into it, and Duke pours into him, good things are going to happen. He's going to get better. That's really all you can ask for. You go there, get to be on the bright lights, and also get really good at hoops. I think it's a good recipe, and I think with the family ties already there and the trust being there already, I think that sets him up really well.
That's my quick follow-up to that, because I think I might have clicked actually the wrong one. But is there anything that Cager does better than you?
Yeah, he's a more disruptive defender.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like he can block shots. He's just got long arms. He can be in the passing lanes. Like a lot of that is just part of like he's got solid anticipation. But really like his frame just unlocks a lot more for him to be able to do. Like he can get in transition, take one dribble, take two steps, and go dunk on a guy. Like I can't do that, So
I saw you catch a body in the Arizona State game.
Yeah.
In the preseason game.
Yeah,
I always remember that one.
You can do it a little bit easier though. That took a lot of effort. I did catch one. I caught a slight body in Indiana this year. Slight. But yeah, I think those two areas just allow him to do some things, some different type of stuff that I can't really do.
All right. Let's take one more. Zach.
Hey, Kon, if you could give this year's Duke team one piece of advice before the season starts, what would it be?
Yeah, I talked a little bit about pouring into the relationships. I think that's really important just to enjoy the year. Like that helps you enjoy the year, enjoy your teammates, enjoy the coaches and the staff. So that'd be the biggest piece of advice. And then I'm Scheyer will talk about it for sure, but I think during the season, like just try to keep the noise to a minimum, the outside noise. Like you mentioned before, it's everybody's got to be fired if we lose. You guys are the best team ever if we win. Just kind of staying in a place where you're confident enough in your abilities, but also you're never good enough. You always got something to work on. And I think they'll be in a really good spot. Obviously got the talent, got the skill, the experience to be a really special team. So I'm looking forward to it. They'll be looking forward to it. I'm sure. But just like right now in these summer months too, like go after it, battle against each other, get each other better, and prepare you for the season.
Sure. No, it's the best guy to hear from. So if anybody's listening, listen to this man. He had a fantastic season at Duke, help them get to a Final Four. Kon, we appreciate you for joining. This was an amazing time and conversation. Obviously, we wish you the best of luck for year 2 and obviously your career going forward. I'm sure we're all running into each other at some point at Cameron, especially when Kager is there. But do you have any closing thoughts before we head out of here?
Yeah, I mean, just really excited, obviously, to be back. Well, because Kager's committed, being back part of it. More directly, which is fun. And so we really appreciate the players, like I kind of mentioned before. We appreciate the support from you guys and the fans. Like that's such a big thing for us. But having some sane voices out there on the internet are great. Great. We appreciate all y'all do. So, but yeah, I'm really excited for this year's team, and then going forward when Kager's there and watching. So, I'll be talking to Scheyer, and I'm sure we'll be talking about the team. But so this is great. I appreciate you guys having me.
Appreciate you coming on. And if you see Russ again. You see Russ again at Kager Academy, just keep walking. Don't because he's gonna be back next year. So
so I probably will.
Real quick, I had something I wanted to ask you before we get up out of here. Just like a little fun thing. Do you catch hell, or specifically you or your brother? But being from Wisconsin, did y'all catch any hell about committing to Duke? Because I know that Duke is public enemy number 1 up there still to this day.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's tough. A little bit, yeah. Which sucks because we, for the most part, it's pretty good. But we love home.
Mm-hmm.
We love it up there, and we just didn't go play for Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But we love all the other teams up there. I love going back. That's where we want to be most of the time. But yeah, I mean, we feel the love too, though, for sure. But yeah, definitely some people are always like, "Oh, I wish you would have went to Wisconsin," but they can't even really say that to Kager, to be honest. But
yeah, that's why I said because you were the first one.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but so yeah, I catch some crap for that sometimes, but less so now. Like, I feel like most people are like, "Yeah, you made the right choice."
Yeah, made the right choice for sure.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'll see you next year, Kate. But we'll play. What's the longest named animal where we could substitute horse for the longest named animal?
Oh, Lord.
Where I get 1 letter and you get like 26 or whatever. How do we? I get just 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Something like this. Correct. But yeah, no,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Russ, you are missing every shot, brother. I still haven't yet to see. You didn't post your jumper. You were in Cameron. You with all these guys. You did not post the jumper.
No, I made some. That's why I went out there. I was shooting some on the floor because I saw a couple of the assistant coaches and whatever out there. And I'm always, because I'm a guest, I'm a +1. But sometimes when enough old guys get hurt, they need somebody to sub in. And I figured if I go out there and I shoot enough threes in front of people,
show them what I got.
You'll be ready to go.
Yeah, that's right. Just I wouldn't be a total dud out there, Now I'd go out there and blow out my ACL at the very first game, obviously. But be the person who gets the call, who's waiting by the red phone for when somebody gets hurt, right? That's me for
Oh,
sure.
man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that day. I can't wait for that day. Kon, we appreciate you, brother. As we said, good luck the rest of the season. Hopefully we'll run into each other soon.
Appreciate it. Thanks.